Okay, here we go. Got the project running. It's up over here on the computer. Here you can see that the conveyor executable is transferring my local host over to a local IP address that I can see on the network. So over here on the iPad, it's not connected to anything other than my network. So we'll fire it up. Okay, then we're going to start Magnaflex browser. I already have the Live Nation set to the remote URL in the Conveyor app. So when I click on Live Nation, it's going to go ahead and open up the new Live Nation page. So I've already set up my device, done all the testing for that. So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and start the listener. So we'll start it. And then there we've got starting the listener. Included in that is also open device. So I had to do all that. Sends the serial number and the model back from the callback. So we're good here. So now we start an actual transaction. So that's going to open up the screen waiting for a tap. So we're going to do the tap and then remove. And then that's going to show you here that it started the transaction. The transaction was running. Asked you to tap the reader. I tapped the reader. It covered up the screen with that Magnaflex thing. The transaction started. It called the controller action, and the transaction ended. So over here on our MVC app, you can see that it's on the controller action right there, and we have a UID right there, which is whatever the NFC tag is. So we'll go ahead and run this. That's going to release that back over here to the iPad, and you're going to see a result of UID successfully received in the controller. So we are completely done with this. So just a couple of notes here. You can go ahead and run multiple transactions. Since the listener's running, all we need to do is start the transaction. Goes back to the screen. We're going to scan it. I took out my breakpoint, so you can see that the UID came through again. And then you can also stop the listener and close the device. So the listener is now stopped. So now, funny thing here is you can still run a transaction. So we'll run a transaction here, and then we'll scan it. It'll still do the scan, but it won't call any events in anything here. So it didn't hit the controller action or anything like that with the listener stopped. So I think with that, we are pretty much completely done with the setup. So I'm going to hand it back to you to see what you want to do with that UID, and you can let me know what you want to do with how it looks, and if we can attach some of these like the start listener to the start transaction type of thing and workflow. So I will package this up and get it ready to check in.